You missed me so much when I was on maternity leave. You missed me so much. You missed fighting with me. Don't act like you missed fighting with me.
I did not miss you.
Okay, somebody answer the question.
Can I weigh in?
Or I'm
you know what? That's
moving
so nasty.
on.
I'd like to weigh in.
That's so nasty.
Whoopi, can I weigh in?
Okay, guys,
rude. Like,
hold
really?
on. Stop. Everybody stop.
That's so rude.
That moment right there in January is the moment that Meghan McCain realized she was done with The View. So in her new book, Bad Republican, which comes out on Thursday, Meghan goes into great detail about her time at The View, including that moment that Joy said she didn't miss Meghan when Meghan was on maternity leave. So Meghan writes, "Nothing anyone has ever said to me on camera since I've been giving interviews since I was 22 years old ever hit this hard. I felt like I'd been slapped. She yelled out at me sharp and intensely, and I believed her. When we broke for commercial, I burst into tears, not just like tearing up, uncontrollable sobbing. I was super hormonal and deeply hurt. I felt my breast begin to leak from lactation. I was embarrassed and shaking. I felt like I wasn't in control of my body. I didn't want millions of viewers to see that. After sobbing for what felt like an eternity, I wiped my face, took deep breaths, and double-checked that my nipples were not in camera range. I tried to smile and focused as the show resumed. That experience of crying and leaking and trying to pull it together in seconds so I could go back on air with women who appeared to hate me was an intensely heartbreaking experience. I can't explain it further other than I felt like in that moment, I took a look at my life outside myself and thought clearly, this beep isn't worth this. I asked my executive producer for an apology from Joy. She had humiliated me live on air, and an apology from her didn't seem like a lot to ask. I was told I would not be getting one, and we all just needed to move on. I never talked to Joy one-on-one after that day." Meghan also says that while Whoopi initially vowed to have Meghan's back when she joined the show, that slowly changed and led to moments like this.
Here's what's happening now. We're gonna keep. Girl, please stop talking. Please stop talking right now. Because you know what? What's happening? Thank you.
So Meghan writes in her book, it instantly trended on Twitter and it really hurt. The thing about Whoopi, though, is that she yields so much power in culture and television, and once she turns on you, it can create unfathomable tension at the table. I found her open disdain for me more and more difficult to manage as the years went on, and it became more frequent. Another time she answered something I said by blurting out, "okay," in a tone that declared she was baffled and disgusted by what I had just said. This reaction also went viral and left a scar on our relationship. Day after day, week after week, these things took a toll. Meghan also says she just hopes that the show changes in the future because right now it's an unhealthy place to work. She writes, "The atmosphere of The View breeds drama. Producers can't control hosts, manage conflict, or control leaking. My take on the show is that working at The View brings out the worst in people. I believe that all the women and the staff are working under conditions where the culture is so effed up, it feels like quicksand. HR reports seem to fall on deaf ears starting from years before I worked there. As a result, people both on camera and off feel empowered to act however they like and do whatever they want. In my 4 years there, I was the target of plenty of shade, too much to even begin to recount. And then I also experienced more toxic, direct, and purposeful hostility." Look, I've talked extensively about Meghan McCain and some of the moments that happened on The View, and it seems to confirm what I've been saying over the past year, that it really seemed like Meghan had a problem with the show. There seemed to be a turn that happened at one point where she really started to go after the producers and the show itself, and she is confirming that was the case. So I'm happy that she got out of that situation. Trust me, I know about working in toxic work environments and the need to just get out of it. So I'm happy she got out of it. I hope that Meghan McCain looks at her own behavior a little bit more on The View, how she acted on air and towards her co-host that was really, really inappropriate. So I don't think it's totally on The View and the other host. I think Meghan has to look at her own behavior a little bit more. But yeah, what are your thoughts on hearing this from Meghan McCain? Are you surprised by anything that she said? Nothing really she says surprises me. I guess it's more just her kind of putting it out in the open. But yeah, do you think Meghan McCain needs to take more responsibility for how she acted on View? Or is this totally on The View and Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg? I want to hear your thoughts.